everyone, welcome to my first ever Q&A. I'm doing this because I was just about to reply to a comment on my best plasterboard fixings 2017 video I recently did. And then I thought, actually, I'm not just going to reply to the comment, much better if I answer the question in a video. So that's coming up just after this. Okay, today's question came from Nicky. Now, Nicky asked a really good question about the UX6 fixing from Fischer. This is not only one of my favourite fixings, but also it's proved to be one of yours as well in response to the two plasterboard fixings videos I've done. Nicky's question was, I'm moving into a new build soon and I'm having a nightmare fixing curtain poles to the walls. Nicky's question was, can you unscrew and rescrew a UX6? Now, just so happens I've still got the mock-up that I put together for that plasterboard fixings video, so I'm going to show you right now the answer to that question. Okay, so this is the UX6 in place with the fixing knotted on the underside of the plasterboard. I'm now going to remove the screw from the fixing. Okay, you see that it maintains its knot, and I'm now going to screw it back in again. Let's see what happens. So I think that's the answer to the question, Nicky. The fixing is still well knotted, even though I've sent the screw through a second time, and it feels pretty secure still. Now, the only thing I would say to you is clearly the more times you do this, the more you're going to have the plastic stretching. You see here there's a little bit of evidence, I would say, that the plastic is starting to deteriorate at the top of the fixing. So try not to take the screw out too often. And the second point I'd make is, if you're a little heavy-handed and you send your screw in at an angle, like that for example, rather than, as I just said, sending the screw in as close to 90 degrees to the bracket or whatever fixing that you're putting up as possible, then I think we're going to run into problems. Let's just try that out quickly. You see that the screws miss the wall fixing, and when you try and tighten it up, it doesn't work and it just goes round and round and round. So you want to get it as straight as possible to go right through the top so that doesn't happen. Also, and I really can't emphasise this point enough, if you are using UX6s in plasterboard, you mustn't go any wider in diameter with your screw than 4.5mm. This screw is actually a 4mm screw and it functions pretty well. If you use a 5mm screw, for example, the screw is too fat for the fixing, it won't knot down as you want it to, and the chances are when the screw goes in, the fixing will just start spinning around in the plasterboard. So you shouldn't use anything more than 4.5mm diameter anyway. And if you were trying to reuse your fixing like Nicky wants to do, then with a wider diameter screw than 4.5mm, that's just not going to happen. So Nicky, I really hope that answered your question. If anyone else out there has any questions like Nicky did, then do let me know and I'll see if I can run another Q&A video for that. Because after all, from my point of view, it's much quicker doing a Q&A like this than spending days on some of the projects I've recently been videoing and all the editing that comes after that. So yeah, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I hope you found this little video useful, and if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. You can do that by clicking on the link here.